What's going on, guys? Welcome to Unscripted Saturday with your hosts Neo and Rival, and today we are doing a sports tier list. Rival?
And before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe because this is a new channel and we're going to upload every Saturday from here on out. Now let's get started.
All right. So, Rival, we have 22 sports here.
22.
And
Most
today we are
famous
gonna
sports
we're
in
gonna
the
rank
world.
them S to C or C to S,
All
whatever
right.
you want to do it.
Let's do it.
So first off, we got archery.
Archery.
I did a little bit of archery back in my day. You know,
Okay.
it was a very eventful. You know, it was really good. It was fun.
Mhm.
But nowadays this looks like the most useless sport ever. I'm not gonna hold. Besides you're shooting a bow.
Yep.
But that's just my take on it. If I were to rank this, I'd probably put a B just because I did it back in the day and I have fun. I was actually a state champion, in fact.
Okay.
But now this looks stupid to me. But Rival, what are your takes on this?
Yep. So my take is I have mad respect for people that do archery because archery is easily one of the hardest sports in the world because if you don't hit a target, then you pretty much lose. But it's just a boring sport.
Hardest sport is like that's stretching.
It's one of the hardest. One of the hardest sports.
That's
I didn't
maybe
say
top
hardest. I
100.
said one of the hardest.
maybe top 100.
Okay.
I
But in
would
my
not.
opinion, I think it's one of the hardest sports. But archery is just not very fun to watch,
It is very
um,
boring to watch.
especially if you're a
Extremely boring to watch.
audience member or someone that does not
Even if
know.
you're on the team, it's boring to watch.
Yeah. But in that case, I would probably put it in a B tier as well. So I think B tier
B,
is
so we're gonna put
perfect
archery
place.
B.
Let's do it.
All right, archery's going to B. All right, now I believe we have volleyball.
Yep.
Volleyball. You know, I had a girlfriend that did volleyball. It was cool. It's a hard sport. I'll tell you that. I did it a little bit. I didn't play it, but like you know, I've been on the beach. I played a little volleyball in my time, but it's honestly really hard just because there's so much stuff you got to know, like all the sliding, and especially if you don't have if you don't have knee guards
Oh, you're
and
cooked.
you try to slide, you're getting burned
Yeah.
from something. It's gonna hurt.
Easily.
So you know, I'm probably gonna put this. I probably put this B too. Just I don't really do it. I don't
Yeah.
really watch it
For me, I
a
would.
lot, but
It's a
that's cool.
sport that you've got to like know. If you don't know how to like
yeah, it's
you just have
also
to
like
know
one of those
volleyball.
sports that like you have positions and you have to
Exactly. Yeah, you
make
have
sure
to
you're
expert
paying
your
attention.
position.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Exactly. And communication's heavily in this, so like if you
Yeah.
don't have good communication, your team's not going to do well. But it's a pretty entertaining sport, in my opinion, at least.
it is.
But
It
I
is.
think there should be more of it, in my opinion, because I think it's a pretty entertaining
More, but
sport.
I need a guys volleyball team, bro. There's not a
That's-
girl.
that's
There's not
facts.
one guys volleyball team in my state.
There needs to be more volleyball, so in that case, I would probably put a B tier.
B tier.
Other than that, volleyball's a
Volleyball's
good
gonna
sport.
be.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Next up, we got boxing.
Interesting
Boxing?
sport.
Boxing's awesome.
Interesting.
Honestly, it's got to be one of the most entertaining sports, especially when you get to see a guy get the shit beat out of him.
I agree.
Like, it's awesome. It's nothing but really entertaining me. It is really hard, especially because you're fighting one on one in a cage or in a net or whatever you
Yeah.
call it. Box. But it's cool. It's very entertaining. I'd probably put this at A. Just because of the entertainment and how famous it is, but that's just me, Ro.
So my take on boxing is it's probably one of the most easily top 3 most entertaining sports there is to watch. like, but it's a hard sport. You need to train so much to get to that point to be professional. But I know I said it was entertaining, but sometimes fights get really boring to watch, especially if it's two bad
Especially
boxers.
like I'm not even trying to be like that, but like women's fighting. Like
Women's fighting is
it is
they're so
there is
crazy.
really entertaining ones. But
Yeah,
if you're doing like the high school level ones, those are not good. Like my
yeah,
school has
those.
one, and I don't even know why we
Yeah,
have one. I'm not gonna hold. It's not
yeah.
good.
Only professional
We don't even
boxing
have a
is good.
guys one. We just have a girls boxing team.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know why, but it's
But
interesting. It's very entertaining, but like our girls
it
don't do it.
it could
You
get
know.
boring at some times, but I think it's easily top
No,
five, even
it's
maybe top
100%
four. Yeah.
top five entertaining
Um,
sports, no doubt.
but I agree with that. Yeah.
A
I would
two.
also go A boxing. Some really entertaining boxers. Gets a lot of views, which means people like it. So yeah, I think A is the perfect spot for it.
All right. On to swimming. All right, on to bat. Okay.
All right.
So,
um,
swimming. Not gonna lie to you. This is some of the most boring crap I have ever seen in my entire lifetime. Like I would rather sit there and watch badminton for a year or like some whatever is the most boring thing in the world than watch swimming. This has to be the worst thing ever, I'm not going to lie. Like it is so stupid. Now I will say. So like I was saying, Rival, I think swimming sucks to watch, but it is a very hard sport just because you're using like every muscle in your body to swim here, you know? Like I'm not saying, but it takes a lot of endurance. It takes a lot of muscle
yeah,
to swim.
yeah, I agree. But
And in
my
that
take on
way,
this.
oh, in that
Go ahead. Go
way,
ahead.
I would put this at B just because it's not entertaining, but it is very difficult to do.
Okay. So my take is I kind of disagree on some of the stuff that you say. I think swimming is one of the most like it's one of the sports that you just have to stay dedicated to, or else you're just not going to be good at it. It's endurance based. And I kind of disagree with you with the entertaining part. I think swimming is very entertaining, especially in the Olympics. In the Olympics, I used to watch swimming a lot because I thought I found it a little entertaining, and I have mad respect for some of the swimmers that do all of that because it's pretty impressive. In that case, I would probably give it a solid A, in my opinion.
An A. I mean, you're not wrong, but to me, it's just not entertaining. It's not my thing. It's not.
That's fair.
It's just. It's just not my thing. Um. B and A.
Whatever you feel like.
Can I? Can I do that? Can I put it in the middle?
I get the next one though.
Can I put it in the middle?
Could be.
All right. All right.
Could be. It's alright. B tier is a solid ranking.
We'll put it.
We'll put it down. All right.
Next, we got Batman. Now, this, I'm not gonna lie, does not seem entertaining either. This is one of those games that I just play in my gym class. It is an Olympic sport, I guess, so there is some skill needed, some hard work needed for sure. But personally, I'm just not a fan. In the area of it needing to be like difficult, it's just not. Like if you have good hand-eye coordination, this is just another version of tennis. All right.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Ping pong is another version of tennis. Tennis, I'm pretty sure was the first hand-eye coordination sport, if I'm not mistaken. And that just like throws it off for me. but it is still an Olympic sport, so I will give it a solid B tier just because there is some difficulty just having to get into the Olympics.
Yeah, I totally agree. With the B tier rating, and like you said, badminton. It's like it's one of those sports that like you just play in gym class. Like I've only seen it in gym class or the Olympics. It's not a popular sport, but it's also a pretty fun sport at the same time if you play it. It's also really
Yeah,
hard.
I mean it's fun in gym
Um,
class for
yeah,
45
in
minutes.
gym class it's really fun. But anywhere else, it's either really competitive or it's in the Olympics. Because I have a friend that plays badminton, and he says all it is 1v1 or 2v2. So it's not really like a
Yeah,
team
yeah,
sport.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but it is entertaining. But at the same time, there's like not a lot of it, and it's just not a sport that like you would turn on the TV and go, "Oh, I would watch that." It's like compared to the other sports, I would much rather watch another sport. But if that's the only thing on, I guess I'll watch it. In that case, I'm just gonna give it a B tier. Solid B.
B tier? Alright, B it is.
Yep. Let's do it.
Now
Rugby.
rugby. This is more. There is a guys rugby, but this is more of girls sport. This is like girls football, basically. This sport is extremely entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. I will absolutely go sit down on the couch, get me a bowl of popcorn, and watch this until it's over. It is a really cool sport. I do believe it is an Olympic sport.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. I played it in gym class once or twice. But unfortunately, I didn't get to knock people over, so it wasn't right. But it's basically football, just throwing styles different, just because of the way the ball is shaped. Points are different, stuff like that. But overall, this is a really entertaining sport. This is a really fun sport to play, in my opinion. In that way, I would give this a solid A tier.
All right. So rugby. Um, my take is I don't really know much about rugby. Um, I don't know much about it, and I know what it is. It's like a kind of like a version like football. It's kind of like a what's that one play in football where you just pass the ball and it's like a um dire need of a point or a touchdown. Comments, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Like you pass the ball back and forth.
wait.
Uh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's like a whatever. Someone knows what I'm talking about, but all it is you just pass back and forth. It's really entertaining. For the few times I've watched it in the Olympics. When the Olympics are on, I watch pretty much everything. That's all. I know some about the sport. But like you said, it is a really entertaining sport. I love to watch it. And yeah, let's go A tier.
A tier?
A tier.
All right. A tier it is. So, now we have bowling. All right. What is that? We're on to the next one. Okay, fine. We'll rank bowling. Bowling, I suck at it. I can't play without having bumpers on, not gonna lie. I suck at this. I don't even consider this a sport. This is more like a hobby. This sucks. This is absolute C tier for me. I can't do it. I'm sure it's cool. I don't think it's an Olympic sport. It's not definitely not my thing. It's not fun to me. It's not entertaining to me.
I couldn't agree more. This sport, if you watch people play it, I mean, literally they mastered the technique every time. So every time it's a strike. It's not like, ooh, 8 pins knocked down and someone got 9. Oh my god, this is so close. No. It's just strike after strike after strike after. It's no like competition because they already know what they're doing. And it's just not a fun sport to watch because you know what's gonna happen. A strike.
Yeah, and then me, it's like it goes on the side and then goes on the side and then goes on the side and I'm out of balls. So you know.
Yeah, this sport is
I'm just not
easily
good at
going
this.
C tier.
I don't like this.
It's just
At
not
the bottom
entertaining.
of the list.
Yeah. It might be fun with your friends, like Saturday afternoon. You go out, play some bowling. That it might be a little fun, but watching it, just no, I couldn't. So yeah, C tier it is.
I've also just noticed something that our C and D are backwards. I don't know why, but it's actually going D tier.
Yep. D tier.
Worst tier.
Yep.
So now,
I don't think you know
this? I
this
know
sport.
what this
Okay.
is. I just don't know the
So
name
this
of it.
sport
I played
is
it.
called spike ball.
Yeah, spike ball. So
Um.
I'll take. Oh.
There you go. Right.
Now you got it. You got it. You know more. You know more.
All right. So spike ball, in my opinion, this is a backyard game that you play with your family and friends. I don't think I've ever seen a professional quote unquote team play spike ball. I don't know if there is a professional thing about it or if it's just a backyard game. Because, in my opinion, it's just a backyard game. It's fun. I'll give it that. It's really fun. And it's pretty entertaining. But there's no like professional thing for it. And I don't think anybody would want to go professional in spike ball. It's not really like. I mean, it's a fun game, but it takes a lot of skill and a lot of accuracy. So in that case, I think I'm gonna go C tier.
Yeah, coming off of you, that's. I've never really seen. I've seen a whole lot of this sport, like you said. I played it a little bit in gym. I think elementary school maybe, but this is one of those sports that like isn't a sport. Like I said with bowling, it's like a hobby. Like this.
Yeah.
This is not true. Like it's just not good. It's simply not good. I don't like this sport at all. I don't know this sport at all though either. So in that case, I'll give it a C tier just because I don't really know it. So maybe it's fun, but I don't think there's anything really competitive about it. I don't think there's Olympics, a major league team for it. Like
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything crazy for us. For in that case, we're going to C.
Yep. Let's go C.
C it is.
All right. Next off, we have tennis. A very interesting sport, in my opinion. But like a lot of these sports, you gotta be dedicated. You have to be like skillful. You have to be athletic. It's not like one of those sports where you can just stand still and then I don't know, like maybe like ping pong. I don't know, where you just stand still, you just swing a racket. But tennis, you gotta run. Like you get tired quickly. You have to have endurance. Very competitive. Very competitive. There's all sorts of professional. Women's and men's are equally as competitive as each other. And this sport to me is very entertaining. Like some of these serves, they may not look like it, but they're going like 90, 100 miles per hour every time. Like it is incredibly hard, and it like people that play this sport are good. Like none of them are bad at this sport. So in that case, I think I'm gonna go A tier. Yeah.
A
Go
tier
ahead.
is a stretch for me. Okay, I'm gonna say B just
Okay.
because, like you said, it is a really entertaining sport. I do think there is Olympics for tennis. Like you said, I don't know about 80 or 90 miles an hour, but
Yeah, no, look it up. That Serena Williams can serve
Right.
120 miles per hour.
but it is definitely an entertaining sport. Why they have to grunt every time they hit the ball is just crazy to me. I don't know why they do it, but
If
running
it's
back
coming-
and forth, especially if you're on a one-on-one field and you're trying to go back and forth from the huge field to hit the ball, like that definitely takes some skill.
That's true.
You know, I'll match you at A tier. I'll match you at A
Alright.
tier because it does take some skill. It is an Olympic sport. It is all that. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'll match you at A tier with that. Now,
Okay.
this next one.
Now biking. Okay.
Cycling,
So
actually.
cycling, biking, whatever you want to call it. But this sport might surprise some people, in my opinion, because I think it is top 10 easily. Um, it's just the Tour de France is coming up. I can't wait to watch that. Just every morning, you get up, watch some Tour de France. It might be one of the best events of the year. In my opinion, at least. I think cycling is really, really entertaining. Especially at the start when they're all like right next to each other or like a pack. Like it's really entertaining. And then the only thing I hate about it is people on their freaking road. They have like 5 bikers and they're like all right next to each other and they take up the entire lane on the road, on the right side of the road, and there's like 5 cars behind it. They're holding up traffic. That's the only thing that sucks about cycling. Yeah, there needs to be a bike lane for everything, bro. It's starting to get out of hand. But other than that, I give it a solid A tier, in my opinion.
All right, so A tier. I'll probably have to agree with that. You're right. It does definitely take a lot of endurance, extreme amount of endurance. I'm not gonna say it's harder than like track or cross country because you're using your physical legs. You're literally using your legs to run instead of thing. Because biking does give you more ground, clearly, but just off the biking standpoint, it is definitely harder. There is definitely skill needed. There is Olympics for it. I don't know what you were talking, like Tour de France or something.
Tour de France, yep. It's the biggest bike race of the year. It's where bikers from every country, like, they come together and they bike all around France. It's like 20-something days. It's in late June, I think. It's either late June or early July. I think it's actually mid-July. But it's one of the most entertaining sports. Like, I would literally get up, because it starts really early in the morning, like 6 a.m. I will get up at 6 a.m. and watch it. It's, in my opinion, it's super entertaining. But yeah. What do you think about Tour de France?
Yeah, I think it sounds interesting. Would I ever cycle myself? No, I haven't ridden a bike for like 5 years after my tire blew out. But yeah, I'll agree with you there. I'll put on A. Just because there is definitely skill needed and
Exactly.
competitiveness. It matches all my boundaries. This next one, football.
All right, so
no explanation
football.
needed.
Yep,
Next one.
exactly.
All right.
But really, football is the most entertaining sport, the most skill that is needed for a sport, the most strength needed for a sport.
Yeah.
There's 31, 32 teams in the NFL, and every single team is talented. It might not look like it on the field, like a team that's 3-12 or 3-13, but if you go to one of their games, you see giant dudes, like, no Diddy. Some giant dude, bro. Like, the linemen, bro, are huge. I hear some people say, like, the best team in college football can beat the worst team in the NFL, and that's just not true, because, I mean, the size comparison is crazy. I mean, the NFL team...
Yeah, but you gotta remember, there is definitely something about size, but there's also something about speed and endurance and
yes, exactly.
Like, I could be getting about to get wrecked by a crazy lineman, and then I'm wide receiver about to push my eye through, and I'm out. And he can't catch me because he's 500 pounds.
It's like a sport, like a mixture between rugby and like rugby and like baseball, I want to say, because catch the ball.
Baseball's not
rugby.
That good, I'm not gonna lie.
It's just a overall, all-rounded, entertaining sport.
It is a well-rounded sport for sure.
Yeah, well-rounded sport.
All of my requirements. It has
people love it.
NFL They're making an Olympic
NFL.
football team this year, I
And
think.
don't forget college. College football's
College
also
football's
super
awesome. That is
entertaining.
go
It
A&M.
is
Go A&M. ATM. Anyways,
amazing sport. So in my opinion, S tier. No
but
explanation needed.
yeah, no, this fits all my requirements. It's perfect match of speed, endurance, strength, all of it. So, like you said, that's S tier. Didn't even need to explain that really. Now this next one, rival.
All right,
You
basketball.
can start with this one.
I play basketball myself. AAU, in my opinion, is the dumbest thing ever. Cause
That is gonna get us unsubscribed.
no, I hate saying it, but let me explain. I love the competitiveness in basketball. It's super competitive. Probably the most competitive sport out there. But some freaking, if you're in like the 7th grade or whatever, someone that's 6'7", 6'8", is gonna show up, facial hair and everything, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm in the 7th grade." No one checks for birth certificates.
They do.
But in the NBA, it is the most entertaining. Like, it is so entertaining. Football's more entertaining, but basketball is second, easily.
Yeah.
Especially during the end of the game, just super entertaining. Good all-rounded sport, but AAU's kind of stupid in my opinion. So in that case, I'm gonna have to go A tier.
A tier.
So, now you
Alright.
know.
I'm gonna have to disagree with your AAU comment. That AAU is more where you find scouts at, even in high school level. AAU is definitely a better way to get yourself out there than playing in your high school.
No,
or middle
100%,
school team.
100%.
They definitely do check for certificates, birth certificates.
Nope, I
because you have to
promise you they
sign
don't.
up for it.
I know you do, but they said they have
Some
multiple
teams probably don't in basketball. I could see it because they just want those tall people. But
I promise you, they do not check for those things.
Definitely
and you can check for it. You can check for it in like in a tournament. But if you're wrong, you gotta pay like a $500 fine or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. But no, I definitely think AAU is definitely a better way to go. Personally, I would rather do AAU than just do that. I don't play basketball personally. It's entertaining for sure. There is Olympic USA team. I think we actually won Olympics this year.
Yeah, AAU is I 100% agree about the scouts and stuff, but it's just like
it's a better way to get you out there, and that is what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
I'm looking for my D1 offers when I'm out there doing that. I'm looking for them NFL scouts or NBA scouts.
Yeah.
I want it all. I don't want to be on my high school team, be the best there, and no one ever show up. That is not what I want. If I got the chance, I would do both. For sure. But personally, I would rather do AAU if it come down to it. But anyways, I'll agree with you for the A tier. Definitely one of those.
Yep.
Definitely a harder sport. There is some speed needed for sure. A lot of there can be some contact. Communication's a really important thing. Team wise, there's positions. Definitely some strength needed. Yeah. A lot of bombs. So yeah, I definitely agree with you, Ryder. This goes A, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So the next sport that we have,
ping pong.
Ping pong or table tennis.
Get out.
Where you're from. I call it ping pong.
Crazy. No one calls it.
That's what people call it.
Nobody calls ping pong table tennis. Anyways.
Comments.
Ping
pong.
Got me
on that, but
ping pong.
It is an Olympic sport for sure. Have a lot of respect for people that do it because your reaction time needs to be hella good, and it's no question about it. But it's the same thing every time, and it's just not really entertaining at all because all they do is they go back and forth. They go huh, 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 huh,
Yeah.
and they go back and forth with each other for like 30 seconds, and then one of them pretty much goes, I give up, and my eyes can't do this anymore, and they let the ball go.
Yeah.
And so I don't really like this sport. It's fun if you play against like your family and stuff, your friends. But we're not ranking on that. We're also ranking on that, but like the entertainment, the overall sport. But overall, I have to give it a C tier. Giving it a C tier.
C tier. You took the words right out of my mouth. Honestly, I agree. There's nothing fun about this to me. My hand-eye coordination sucks. So now golf. Golf is very,
Interesting.
very D tier. Never mind. No. Okay, I don't like golf personally. I think the only person I know that plays golf is me, my uncle, and my grandpa. Like, there is nothing fun about this sport to me. It has to be the most boring sport ever when you turn this stuff on your TV and they're like, hole in one. They sound like robots when they talk. Like, I can't do it. It's just not my sport. I don't even classify this as a sport either, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think there's an Olympic team for... There might be an Olympic team for golf, but it's not fun in my opinion at all. They're not entertaining. Don't really need a whole lot of athleticness to do it. No weightlifting, no speed, no endurance, nothing crazy like that. So, that's just my take. I think this belongs in D. That's just me.
Okay. All right. I have kind of the same take. But I absolutely hate the commentators because it feels like they're doing ASMR for the entire 3 hours that the thing is live for. Like, this is them. They're like, all right, here's whatever his name is at the tee. Look at that shot. Like, it's just ASMR. And, but I think, especially at the very start of like, the competition, it is the most boring thing to ever watch, especially if it's a blowout lead and we know that this one person's gonna win. So boring. But if it comes down to the wire and it's a close game, then it's entertaining in my opinion. Some of the guys are really talented. I mean, I used to play golf myself, and there is so many key factors that you have to remember that goes into it. And I have much respect for the people that do it. So in that case, I'm gonna go B tier.
B tier.
Yeah. So I said we may in the middle. We go C.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it there, but okay. Now, this next
I'll
sport.
let you go first because I know you do.
Track and field. May as well put track because field sucks. Track. It is arguably top 3 hardest sports in the world. Why? It has everything you need. It has everything a sport wants. Entertainment, strength, endurance, speed, except there's no physical contact. That is the only thing that isn't like that, like football. Me, personally, to me, it's the hardest sport I'll ever play. Because there's so much time and effort and work I have to put in to actually be good at it. And if you take a week off or anything, you're cooked next time you come up. So, in my opinion, this belongs in S tier just because all the work you have to put in. And track and field Olympics has to be the most entertaining thing I've ever watched. Number 1 for me.
Yeah.
I gotta say it. Most entertaining Olympic event there is. I think track and field was actually the first Olympic game to be made. So, yeah, I'm putting this S tier. But no bias. But this is definitely S tier for me.
Okay, so in my opinion, this is the most shit sport. Not kidding. I just did that to piss off Neo. Realistically, it is this guy. But this sport is incredibly, like, people that do it is incredibly talented. me myself, I hate running.
Plays basketball.
Bro, I just don't like running. I don't think it's a fun thing, but yeah, the things that are built into it, I love how there's like there's like more than one event into track and field. It's not like one thing like football or basketball. There's not just like one purpose. There's like multiple purpose. Wow, multiple purposes. Yeah, you better cut that out. Editor,
staying in. I'm the editor. Looking for an editor if you want to be
future Neo,
editor.
Future Neo, please, thank you. But I forgot where it was. But there's more than one event built into it. It's a multi-purpose event or sport. Like there's like hurdling, long jump. But I think my favorite one is the 1600 meter, right?
Oh my god, that is crazy.
I know.
No, you're on the game. Yours is the 800. You like
it's to watch. Not that. Sorry.
The 1600 is the most boring event ever. I'm sorry. In the Olympics, especially, it is the most waste of time ever. That is a 5-minute event.
The Olympics, I'm pretty sure there's one event that's like 20 something laps.
Yeah, 3200.
And that has to be the most entertaining thing ever.
That is.
I remember watching it,
the least entertaining.
and it was so entertaining. I think the 100 meters also really entertaining.
100 meter, 400 meter, 200.
Anything
above an 8 is okay. Or anything below an 8.
Every single track event, I'm always on the edge of my seat. Just the nail biter every time. It's always so close. It's never like a blowout. In my opinion, I
win by absolute inches in this sport. Like, I'm talking half of a millisecond. It's crazy.
I agree. But I think S tier is a little bit too of a stretch. So I'm gonna regulate it out, and I'm gonna go B tier. So let's play.
You're gonna go B tier.
Yeah.
B tier for track and field.
I want it to be regulated to A tier. I would give it A tier. But you put it in S, which is a stretch. So I think we put it in A tier. In my opinion. I know it's yours for it, but it's just my opinion. Don't do it.
All right, fine. Yeah. Just know this is definitely S tier, but we'll put an A. Be nice.
Comments
all right, next one, water polo. This game sucks. It's not a sport. This is a pool game. Next one, gymnastics. So,
we're not gonna go back to water polo.
No, we're not. This is literally a pool game that you play with your parents. There's no thoughts on water polo. It is D tier. I don't care what you say. Next one.
Hold up. Relax. We need to take a chill pill.
Fine. You have a minute.
Okay. So my thoughts. No, it sucks. D tier right now. All right, next.
Gymnastics. USA Gymnastics. This is definitely something you need strength.
100%.
Endurance maybe. Speed definitely. Jump on the pad. There is Olympic gymnastics. I've never watched it. I've never done it, but I definitely do think it takes some skill. For all the girls out there, good job. Keep going. But D2 no. I'd put this at. I put this at A tier, just because like A or B. You know, it goes down to what Rival says, but A or B.
Okay. So, in my opinion, I couldn't agree more with what you said. It is a pretty entertaining sport. I have much respect at people that do it, and even if they fail, sometimes in the Olympics they fail and they're like so sad. But sometimes they do like 5 flips around the bar and they're like, "Oh my god, I suck." But all the girls out there, y'all are doing great. Keep on doing Olympics because it's a great sport to do. And in that case, I think it's a solid A tier. Solid A tier.
All right.
In my opinion.
All right. This next one, soccer. So let's start off with this. This sport sucks.
Are we dead serious?
We're done. GG's.
No, you
Baseball.
can't.
This
You
sport sucks too.
stop,
Okay.
stop. You cannot. No, 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 no,
All
no.
right, soccer.
You're
So
trolling me, right?
no. Soccer is. I'm not gonna name it the most entertaining thing. I'm definitely towards the side of it not being the most entertaining thing, just because it's not my thing at all. Like when you come to entertaining, you're thinking about yourself, and when I think about myself, I have no interest in soccer at all. It is. I will take into fact that there is positioning, there is strength. Most definitely, it is probably one of the more endurance sports with the constant running you're doing, and the fighting over the ball, positions. Definitely some weightlifting needed. Not a whole lot in the arms. But I'll put this a B tier. I'll put this a solid B tier. That's just me.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get straight to the point. This sport is entertaining. This sport is this sport is maybe second behind football. I know I said basketball was,
I
but
don't know about
soccer, in my opinion, is one of the most entertaining things ever. And hold up, my viewers or our viewers that are out of the United States, football.
Oh,
There you go. Don't get mad at us, please.
No, I'm dropping it to C tier.
Stop,
I'm dropping it to C tier just because of that football
Yo,
comment.
chill.
I'm C tier.
Football.
Andy's calling it football now too. All right,
It is called football.
it's C tier. It's C tier. That's not football. Footballs aren't shaped
Okay,
like
so
that.
soccer is, especially World Cup time, is so entertaining.
I'll
I
say
watch
the
every single game
Sidemen
of
charity
World Cup.
match is very,
Oh, okay, this guy.
very entertaining, but that's the only thing.
But the World Cup, even if it's the worst team versus the second worst team, I would still watch the game because it's just a special time of the year, the World Cup, and it's so entertaining. It's, in my opinion, very entertaining sport, very skillful sport, little bit of contact, but in my opinion, you might hate me for this. I'm going S tier. I'm sorry. I'm going S tier. It is an S tier.
Oh, you're tripping. We're gonna meet in the middle, and we're gonna go B. It's not going A.
No.
I promise you, it's not going A.
Go.
Oh,
No.
that's wrong one. It's not
No.
going C, or it's not going A. I can't.
All my soccer players
This does
out
not
there,
belong
I
to
know
A.
you're watching. I know you are watching. It is an S tier sport.
All right.
Is
Also,
it a-
just so we know, all the talk we put on these sports, if it's bad, just understand
Yeah.
it's no hate to you and your sport. You keep going. You keep doing what you do. But
And if you disagree in
this
the
is
comments,
just me.
if you
This is not
disagree,
my sport
let
at
us
all.
know in the comments. What you think it should be rated.
All right. Next one.
yeah, next part.
Baseball.
Ooh.
Baseball.
Ooh.
That was like your fifth ooh, my guy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alright.
Baseball.
Alright,
I'm not gonna hold it. This is just every country kid sport. This is every fluffy kid hair sport. I don't like this sport personally. I'm not a fan. It's not very entertaining to me. If we had softball on here, softball is very entertaining to me. I like
Yeah.
softball more than that. I would put softball at a solid S tier. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
But baseball, I mean, sure you need speed, but you're also running 50 meters. It's nothing crazy. It's just not one of the sports for me. I'll put it at B. I'll be generous. That's a B for me though.
So for me, I agree with you a little bit. I think it's entertaining. Is if you have people on the base, and you have to have people on the base and it'll be entertaining because you don't know, is the person gonna steal? Is the person not gonna steal? Is the person gonna hit a home run? Like, you don't know. But in my opinion, only the MLB is entertaining. Like a little bit entertaining. Everything else, it's just
College
I
baseball
wouldn't
sucks.
watch it. Yeah, college baseball is not
College
it.
baseball sucks.
But MLB, I think it's pretty entertaining.
MLB is
I'm a
okay.
fan of the Yankees myself.
Go Detroit.
I think they're a very entertaining team. But all around, remember, everything else but the MLB is I mean, it's not really that good. The MLB's pretty entertaining, so I'm gonna go B tier.
B tier.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. Oh.
S tier, no explanations.
That there. That there. Okay. I think this is right.
Chill.
I don't remember. Okay. Next one. Hockey. Hockey is very entertaining. I love this sport.
S tier.
I will not give it S tier. I'll give it A tier. Its entertainment is really good. Speed is needed, kind of. You definitely need a lot of strength on your legs to push off the ice. But that's A tier for me, for sure.
Alright. So in my opinion, the most skillful sport there is,
That
or the
is
most like
crazy.
no, not skillful, sorry. I'm gonna rephrase that. The most like the sport that needs the most practice. Because you need to learn how to skate, you need to learn how to shoot, you need to learn how to stay balanced, you need to know how to get back up. You need to skate backwards. I mean, you need to learn so much about hockey. It's crazy. And on the TV, it's action after action after action. It's never like a standstill game like golf or a like no moving sport like ping pong. Like it's not that type of sport. Super entertaining. I'm a fan of the Hurricanes. Let's go Canes. Hope next year's our year.
Crazy.
But for me, it's an S tier sport. I'm just saying, S tier
Go
sport.
Nashville Predators. We did not get third to last. Anyways,
Heck no.
this is an A tier sport. Let's go Nash.
Alright, that's fine.
Now, cross country. Every track runner's hell. As much as I want to put it D, I think this is going to be an A tier or an A to B tier sport. Only because it has the same fundamentals as track. There is endurance, speed, strength. But it's all everything that has track. There's just no different events. You're really just running one or two things, and it's just not really my thing. But it sucks. So, fundamentals wise, it's gonna be an A or a B. Entertainment wise, it's probably gonna be a B. But in general, I'm gonna put it probably A or B. It depends what Rabble puts on here.
Okay. So I love to watch long distance running. I think in track and field I made that a little bit obvious. But I know people that do it, they are the most they are so exhausted. It's not.
They're all skinny.
They're all skinny. They're all exhausted, especially when it's like a rocky terrain. And you go up a hill.
Yeah.
All your energy's gone.
Especially when it's raining.
Much respect for people that do it. Love it though. It's entertaining as heck. Hell. Forgot we can curse on here. Cut that out. Cut that out as well.
Holy shit. Talk. I'm not cutting this out. Go.
But it is tough to play it. Very hard sport to be dedicated to. In that case, B tier.
B tier?
B tier.
B tier it is. Now, this last one. Lacrosse. Now, where I live, there is one cross-country team in the entire state. and they have to go out of state
Cross
to play.
country.
No, I'm sorry, lacrosse team in their entire state. They suck, and it's just not cool to me. It's kind of like football or soccer, rugby in a way. But you know, there's positions. I guess there's strength, speed. Stealing's a big thing in this. But personally, to me, this is a C tier sport.
Okay. Agree with a lot what you said. High school lacrosse, however, is pretty entertaining, in my opinion, at least.
Crazy.
My neighbor plays lacrosse, and he's a pretty good player. He's one of the good players on the pretty sure he like just got into high school or whatever, and he's already on the varsity team, so I think he's a really good player. And for the offensive players that play lacrosse, if you're watching right now and you play lacrosse, hear me out, or you know what I'm gonna say in about 3 seconds, but you get battered by those sticks. The defensive sticks are extra long, and they can like hit you with it, and it hurts. And it wouldn't be a penalty.
Yeah.
So much respect to you guys out there that play lacrosse. Very, kind of a contact sport.
I think it is.
A lot of goals, a lot of action. Easily a B tier, in my opinion.
B tier?
Tier. In my opinion.
All right.
I think we go B tier.
So
You want to move
we're
lacrosse
gonna
into
level
B.
this out,
Mm.
and we're gonna put it C.
All right, you know what? Lacrosse players, it goes B tier, and whatever. And this is a brand new channel. It's a trio. I know one of the members of the trio is not here. Hopefully he'll be back next week for Saturday, and that will be the end of the tier list. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you disagree with any of our rankings, let us know. Or if there's a sport that's not on there and you want to be on there, I can personally go down in the comments and rank it if you even care.
That's insane.
But this new channel is a trio that's going to post every Saturday. I know what you're going to say. Wait, one of the trio members is not in the video. You're right. He's playing Siege right now.
New Siege
yeah,
update.
Go flame him in the comments.
Go Siege.
Go flame him in the comments for not being on the recording.
Hey, you didn't want to download
Hopefully
it,
we'll have next
rival.
week. Well, I'm not.
All right. Anyways, guys, we are also gonna look. I want to do a thing where we bring one person from either the subscription or one of our subscribers or any of that. Comment down below if you want to do this. I want to bring someone on the show every time. I want to have one special guest every single time, and I want them to do whatever we're doing with us, whether it be this or something else. But anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe. And this is gonna be the end of the Unscripted Saturday Show. Peace.
Peace out.
Thank you.